The act of remembrance is one of the most important ways to honor and thank veterans for their sacrifices. The Royal Canadian Legion is committed to ensuring Canadians never forget. We remember Canadian veterans from all conflicts, as well as those who have made sacrifices on the home front. Our mission is to ensure Canada never forgets the sacrifices of the Canadian Armed Forces, the RCMP, peace officers, merchant navy, and reserves. We also remember our military families, the mothers, fathers, sons, and daughters of the Canadian veterans. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this time will you please rise and kindly move your head over and join Ginger Jorgensen for the singing of O Canada.
Welcome, folks, to tonight's hockey game. I'm your host, Billy Brown, along with my cameraman, Josh Keck. And we're going to get started here just shortly after 8 o'clock. It's the Pembina Valley Twisters at home, hosting the St. Bonafice Riels. And it should be a good game for us here tonight. Twisters been pretty hot. They've won their last two. For their last three, correction. Meanwhile, St. Bonafice, they've bounced back, winning their last one after a little bit of a skid. But they're still staying pretty strong in the league, high up there in the standings. As they're in the top three, Twisters, with a win tonight, can help them leapfrog the Vicks. And that'll bring them all the way up into fourth place after being down in the standings. Puck's dropped, and here we go. Riels win off the opening draw. They're rocking the black and the gold uniforms. Riels now, they can't set that one up there, and they'll come all the way down. Puck rolling on the edge to the other end of the ice. Pressured now here by the Twisters. Meanwhile, they'll try and calm it down. The Riels in their new gold and black uniforms. They're going to turn it over there. Thomas with a shot. Goaltender holds on. Rebound stay there, and it was loose, bouncing in front, giving the Twisters an opportunity. Off the draw. Goaltender sticks out behind the net. Riels controlling the defensive zone. And that gets batted down. Guilford tries to send it the other way for the Twisters. And there's a chance for Weeb. He plays that across. DeGrave, now he works to Van Dynes, trying to get to Weeb. Riels trying to go the other way. And Davis, he works it ahead now forward. Guilford, he'll play that along. This can get turned over, but Van Dynes will get it on his stick and try to go the other way. And Twisters are going to get that out of the zone. Turning over, trying to get to Hines. And he'll play that on deep again. Now to Hines. And they're going to say he did get a stick on it. That's going to now get the icing. Enns is going to whip that all the way around to Weeb, and Weeb going the other way with Van Dynes. Alex Van Dynes is going to flick that in. The goaltender is going to catch it at the other end of the ice and hold on for a whistle. And your starting goaltenders tonight, number 31, Jesse Morris getting the start for St. Bonafice. Logan Enns getting the start in this one for the Pembina Valley Twisters. Twisters now with the puck here in the defensive zone. Gonna hold on to that. That's batted out there. And picked up now again here by the Twisters as they skate over the center ice. Logo, that shot just wide of the net there. And trying to go the other way, the Riels, and the Twisters, they send that right back in. Fighting now here for a loose puck. Picked up here by the 17. And working with it now. It's Riels through traffic, pass across, firing off the mark there. Great opportunity for them. Shot just wide though by Crossland, and that hit there jars the door open. That's going to bring a stoppage in play. Just over 2 minutes into this one. Shots are 2-0 in favor of Pembina Valley. Score now right up at 0. Riels, they play that one all the way ahead forward. Trying to hold on to the puck though. As pressured hard by Carroll's in the slot. Couldn't get a shot away though. And the Twisters are able to get it out. Riels regroup at center ice and they send it right back in. Trying to get it out now here. As they continue to work with it now in the near side as the Riels pick it up. Riels now. They're circling around here as the Twisters will intercept the puck and work it ahead forward. There's another shot fired just wide. Another opportunity from St. Bonafice. Haven't gone to ends yet. And that pass won't go, but they'll continue with the pressure down low. As again, holding the zone, playing it back up front. Great play there by Davis. Though the shot from that pass just wide into the corner, they still control. There's another shot through traffic. Riels hit the side of the net. And the Riels are all over the Twisters. Another chance there, again, off the mark. Trying to be too fine, going high on ends. That gets gloved down. And the Riels now with the puck gonna work it again ahead ice. As they step over, they got 3 with them. Enns sticks that aside. That's the first shot of the game. Of the night for the Riels. Another one. Looks like Enns got a part of that. And now Enns will not freeze it. He'll play that on. Twisters trying to set something up here in the defensive end. And that cross ice pass picked up there by Davis, sent right back down. No one there for the Twisters. Hepner now, nice passing play there to get out of traffic, and Twisters though turning it over. There's a shot, doesn't get through traffic. Twisters there got communicate as they skate into each other. Continuing with the puck, those Van Dynes, and his shot's badly off the net. DeGrave holding the zone. And the Riels now with the puck in the defensive zone. Hines works his way across ice, his cross ice pass. They connect on that and stay on side. Trying to find the man wide open. Didn't go. Nice pass though. And a great opportunity there for the Riels. We'll take a quick look at that. And here come the Riels into the zone. And this was their opportunity right there. The great backhand pass. And Enns holds on for a whistle. Just over 5 minutes in. Shots 2-1 in favor of Pembina Valley. Twisters flick that one, trying to get it out. Glove by Smith, staying on side. And it's going to be a hand pass charged against the Riels. First meeting in between these two teams needed more than just an extra frame. It went all the way to shootout, where the Riels found the home win, 2-1. So goaltenders have been standing pretty strong in this series, and also not allowing much in front of them are the defense. As the Twisters get it again in the offensive zone, they haven't had much time of attack in this one. As they started off decently hot, meanwhile it's been all Riels. It's Riels there into the skates there. Been controlling possession. It's cross lane now, comes skating up the near side of ice and flings that one in. Off the post, now working with it is Weeb. He makes his way through traffic. He comes second in league scoring. That one's gloved and it is into the bench. That's going to bring a stoppage in play. Off the draw, controlled by the Twisters. They work that in nice. And all the way into the slot. Doesn't go. There's a shot. And that gets blocked. Working with it now, trying to put that ahead forward. That's turned over. And Russell will just play it in. Twisters hold it in front of the Riels bench, trying to get a shot on net, and that's just offside, and the linesman's going to give it to the Twisters anyway. And Twisters walking in there. Gertzen takes a spill, though, gets up before knocking the net off, and can't get by Russell. Now going the other way is Grayton. Here comes Grayton. He'll play that in front. Couldn't connect, though, with anyone. Twisters now, Gertzen pinned in his own zone. Woods, he'll ring that all the way around the boards. Holding the zone is the Riels, though, in front of the Twisters bench. And the scrum continuing. Just stays inside by a couple inches. Now comes outside as the Riels regroup. And sent right back in. Stretch pass there, trying to get, doesn't go there to Ferg. And the Riels now getting across, but to Ferg off his stick, he gets it right back on though. As Trott now works his way through traffic before turning it over to Clark. And Clark's going to play that out of his reach. Ferg's there, and Clark lays a nice hit on him, even though he's the man that falls. And Riels get lucky just grabbing the glass there instead of putting it out play. It's going to be an icing charged against them at 12:24 remaining in the opening frame. Shots are still 2-1. Hasn't been much action for these goaltenders early on in this one. Especially, like I said, Logan Ends out there. Logan Ends minding the nets along with Jesse Morris and keeping Derek Weeb off for the Twisters as he has 21 points. 5 behind first place. Off the draw, Riels get it into the Twister zone. Came out for a second and they work it right back in. Ends plays it across to and leaves it for his defense, and they just play it right back out. Meanwhile, the Riels will chip it in as Dubois. Picked up now here and worked ahead forward by assistant captain and Mike Hepner, and he'll play that up to Thomas. Thomas coming in looking. Played off a stick behind the net. Trying to get it to Paulette. Now Trott goes the other way with the puck, and he's just going to fire that down as he comes to the dot. Now in the defensive zone, Twisters trying to get it. Meanwhile, the Riels get it back to the point with Smith with the puck. Firing through traffic, he hit his own man. He got Davis right in the wrist. And now Davis with the puck. Firing, doesn't get through traffic. Twisters knock it to the point. Smith is able to hold. And now the Twisters get it back out. Again, Hara plays it right back in and then chooses to freeze the play at 11:07. Off the draw, here come the Twisters. Calling for it there was Weeb. And now the Twisters, they got 3-on-2 going the other way. Shot, loose puck bouncing. Couldn't calm it down. Great opportunities for them as Van Dyne's looking, centering. It lay there, bouncing in front. Goaltender just kicks it aside. Backhander doesn't get through. Weeb giving chase, meanwhile picked up now here and sent down. The ice the other way by the Riels. Riels now, they got 3-on-2 going the other way. And that doesn't get all the way across off their stick. Going the other way is DeGrave. DeGrave working his way up ice. That shot on net, and the goaltender holds on for a whistle. That brings a stoppage at play at 10:23. Meanwhile, we look at the top scores for the Riels. Number 89, Nathan Brzezinski, comes into this one with 13 points, tied with Connor Davis. Riels winning the draw, able to get it out. Again, pushing that ahead forward until Bergman sent it right back ahead for the Twisters. Meanwhile, control this crosslines, tips that into the attack zone for the Riels. As we hit the midway mark of the opening frame in this one, Twisters, they bring that off the glass, and Riels again flicking that right back in, bouncing behind the Twisters' net. Russell coming, the puck down, he'll pass that across, and that'll get it all the way up to Bergman. Just out of the reach for Bergen. Walking in, shot, save made, goaltender holds on for the whistle. And we'll take a quick look at this Twister scoring opportunity here. They had a little bit of a 2-on-1 there with Gertzen and Bergman. And Morris holding on for the whistle. Shots 5-3 in favor of the Twisters. Goaltenders standing strong in this one. Twisters winning the draw. Shot, the goaltender makes a save on that one, sticks that into the corner, and long stretch pass, Twisters defense stopping that one as they get that up to Clark, putting it again ahead forward as Clark rushes his man. Meanwhile, Riels try and go 2-on-2 the other way with Crosslands, and Riels player looks a little shaken up there after the hit. He turns back. Meanwhile, Twisters, they're working ahead forward off the stick of Paulette at center. Icing waved off. Picked up now and played by the Riels. Now a great chance there in front on the pass from Paulette. He got that through. And bouncing puck, not hit by a high stick. As Gerton plays that ahead forward into the zone. Russell calms it down. Riels playing pressure. As bouncing off some hits are the Twisters trying to get it out of their zone. And Xander Carrolls will fulfill that as he sends it in. Sutherland with the puck trying to get to Van Dynes. Now there's going to be a scrum by the goal line for the puck. Van Dynes comes out strong with the puck again. Couldn't get it to Sutherland. He had it himself a night a couple nights ago here, racking up the points with 2 goals. Sutherland now trying to get the puck that's off him, bouncing in front of the Riels bench. Didn't catch anyone. And now back to Jacob Carrolls, the captain of the Twisters. He'll send that in. Goaltender will play that, and now picked up. Loose puck, wait till it gets picked up. And the controlling now, here's the 3-on-1 for the Riels as they will pick it up. Great play by the Twisters, shutting down the opportunity. And Twisters now going for a change after that one. Again, overskating it. Now here go the Twisters going the other way. Van Dynes on the pass from DeGrave, trying to work it back to him. That won't go. DeGrave playing behind, trying to get it to Van Dynes. And working with it. Russell comes out, shot. That goes behind the net, where the Riels will control with the puck. As we're 7:30 remaining in the first period here. Riels working around with the puck on the near side end boards, trying to get to Dubois. And I don't think that got to Dubois. I know it didn't. That's going to be an icing. We'll look at the last chance here. A scary opportunity against the Twisters as the Riels, they got 3 men here coming in. Great play by the lone Twisters defenseman out there to slide down, take away the pass, and couldn't get much there on ends. Twisters turning it over here in the O zone. And the Riels trying to set something up here. It's going to get sent right back in by Pembina Valley. The Riels off the glass and out, and just enough behind Wood that gets through, but Van Dynes is there for the Twisters to back up and get the puck right back in their control. Working with this, Russell, he gets that all the way up to Wood. Wood's going to turn that over. Riels looking. Again, picked up by Russell. Van Dynes is going to calm it down as he plays that across to Russell. Off the stick and into the zone for a second before it gets right back to Russell. As DeGrave, who chipped that one in, will go for a change with the offensive zone line. And it's sent right back in. Capillas, he wants a call for a hook, and he's pretty mad about that. He thought Russell hooked him there. And Russell's going to give him a little bit of a shot after as he goes to the bench. Nice little tap. As we work ourselves deep into the back frame here of the first period. Off the draw, working with us, the Twisters. There's a chance for Gertson. Hits a skate, bounces in front. High bouncing puck stays in the zone. As now the Riels step out with Davis with the puck. He gets taken down with Hepner's stick in hand. They're going to have to wait for him to tag up, and he will just in time. As Riels muscle their way into the zone again, wanting a hooking call there is Brzezinski. Shot on net. That bounces dangerously in front of Morris. Twisters couldn't get a good whack at that bouncing puck as they whack it behind the net. And played there by the Twisters as Al got picked up right away by the Riels. Riels send it down on the foot chase. And Hepner will work out his way back there to gain control. Dangerous play in front there by the Twisters defense. They're not communicating as they turn that over almost in front. Ends was there though. Working with the Pembina Valley, they'll flick that all the way down the ice over everyone's heads, and that's going to bring out icing at 5:01. Off the draw and now working with it. Clark trying to push that ahead forward. Holding the zone though for St. Bonafice. Just for a second as Hepner comes ahead forward with the head of steam before running into three Riels. And one of those Riels now coming out with the puck. Long stretch pass doesn't go, and it's going to be an icing charged against St. Bonafice. Off the draw, Carroll's looking. Firing just wide of the net. Again, now trying to get control. Jacob Carroll's now. He'll play that one ahead for it and try and get to DeGrave. Working with it now. Riels again flicking that one into their own bench and bringing a stoppage in play. Off the draw, Riels working with it. Another long pass won't go. That'll come all the way down the ice and be an icing. Again, Riels trying to get it out. This time, Twisters holding his own, looking for it. Running into traffic is Van Dynes. Riels got a big push going the other way. And Russell breaks that up with a hard hit on Graydon. Graydon again with it. Russell pounds him into the boards. They got a shot in front. Another shot through traffic just wide of the net. Graydon trying to return the favor there on Russell. Just missed. Weeb going the other way, working his way throughout traffic. He's got a man with him. And that's DeGrave. DeGrave playing ahead to Van Dynes. Looking for it. Goaltender sticks that aside a little bit for a second. Van Dynes bouncing puck hits some skates there as there's traffic in front. He gets it though right back from Guilford. And that's played by the Riels. They loop that back behind their net at the 3-minute mark. Working it ahead now forward. Twisters turn it over there, and that's going to be picked up now here and worked ahead forward by Davis. And he'll play that back. Falling down. Here's a chance for Paulette though. And he couldn't do anything with it there. As Huara, the veteran here on this Riels team, blew a tire and going the other way now. As the Twisters trying to regroup here as game slows down a little bit into the final 3 minutes of this first period. And here's going to be a good setup here on that chance for the Riels again. Couldn't get it over to Trot. And Clark's going to go the other way. Works his way past one defender, past another, and badly missing the net on that one. Going to try and give it right back to him, and that won't go. That's going to be an icing. So a hard hit by Russell, the other side of the ice, but more intriguing, this chance here by Clark as he works his way, splitting the defense, but roofing it off the high glass. Minute 56 on the clock. Puck's dropped to Riels' control. They've been controlling the majority of the faceoffs in this one as they work it ahead forward. And knocked down there by the Twisters player. Back to Jacob Carrolls. Stretched pass off the stick of Gertson and deflected in. Trying to get there to Bergen. Bergman can't get the puck. And going the other way is the Riels playing it in now. A little bit of conflict as they get tangled up there. Is Vittle. There's a shot on the near side again off the post. Hit the back of the net. A little bit too tight. A great opportunity there in front. Whacking it just wide of the net. And again, trying to hold the zone in the skates. Now here go the Twisters, 2-on-1 the other way by a couple steps. And long stretch pass that gets picked off at the 1 minute mark. And the Riels trying to go the other way off a stick. Stays in the zone. Here's a chance for Gertson. He plays that across. Couldn't get it there to Bergman. Now working with the puck. Riels come out with it. Going the other way. And they're going to get pushed into the corner. Twisters, they forked that one out of there. Great play though, holding the zone by the 24 for the Riels. Correction there, that was 94 Davis, and that's off this 94 of Keaton. And blockered off ends and out of play at 21.8 seconds. Shots are 9-4 in the frame in favor of the Pembina Valley Twisters. It's been a good one tonight. Opportunities at either end. And a good defensive showing. Some missed opportunities on offense, as in that last replay we showed you of Clark's opportunity. Trying to hold the zone. Brzezinski working his way through traffic, trying to work some magic. There's a slap shot. That gets blocked. Scrum now ensuing here in the final couple seconds of the frame. And the Riels come out with it, but the whistle blows, and there's the horn that's going to bring us to the end of the first frame. Shots are 9-4 in favor of Pembina Valley. So it's been good opportunities at either ends of the ice in this one. And the Twisters, they skate off of having good opportunities, haven't solved Morse yet. Meanwhile, talking about Jesse Morris, he skates into this one having himself a good season. He's in his 6 games. He has 4 wins, 2 losses, save percentage of .875, and a goals against average of 3.63. Meanwhile, we got Hens minding the net for the Twisters at the other end of the ice, and we'll take a quick look here at his stats. As for Hens, he has a goals against average of 3.38 and a save percentage right there at .900. Meanwhile, he has 3 wins, 3 losses, and 2 ties. No shootout losses for him. And it's been a good match in between these two. Again, sitting at opposite ends of the standings, but the Twisters having a chance to move up here with the 2 points and ride this win streak that they have. With that said, we thank you for all of you guys for coming to watch tonight's game. And we'll see you guys shortly here for the next 40 minutes. And yeah, I had a great ceremony here for all the veterans and those serving in the Canadian Armed Forces, as it's the Remembrance Day game here for the Twisters, as it's November 11th tomorrow. And with that, we'll catch you all in the second. Hey, welcome back. And we're just about ready to go here in this one. Twisters are ready. They're waiting down there in the hall. As they come set here for the second frame. Shots in your first period. We're 9 for the Pembina Valley Twisters, 4 for the St. Bonafice Riels. No scoring recorded. No penalties recorded. As there you take a shot at the referee, and the linesman is there ready to take out of the ice here and start this thing off again. Goaltender standing strong. We went over their stats earlier on in this one. And it has been all around a good showing so far for them. And so we wait here for the Twisters to take the ice. Take a quick look. Plenty of games in action this Friday. Raiders up 4-2 at home against the Hawks after 40. Meanwhile, near the end of 40 minutes in Fort Rouge, Fort Garry, the Twins and Knights knotted up at 1. The Twins coming back to tie that one. And the Canucks leading at home midway, just past the midway mark in the second period over the Jets, 4-1. And here come the Twisters onto the ice, working and trying to set something up in this one here in this frame, coming out hot and taking the lead is what they're hoping. As it's been close matches in between these ones here, these two teams throughout the season. Riels come in here with 16 points, ranked third. Twisters only 4 behind them. And they're in the 6th spot. Clark in to take the draw, and he'll win that one against Hines. Played in deep. Playing that ahead forward. Now Clark with the puck. And that passes off. Goes all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. Played ahead forward by the Riels. Working for it now. Looking, trying to go backhand. And that doesn't go for Paulette. Playing ahead forward now to Clark. Back to Penner. Penner shot deflected just wider than the net. That actually hit a Twister stick. As it came towards the net, Paulette now trying to outwork his man. That's played ahead forward. Now here comes Davis on the near side. And he gets taken out and goes hard into the boards, and there should be a penalty coming up. Possibly. I don't think there is, though, as he's chatting with him. Referee there. As Cole Davis went into took the net off with him. And him and the referee continue the debate. And it's going to stand as a clean play. We'll take a quick look here at the replay and see if Penner did take him out. Penner drops the stick there. Ref tells him to play on. Doesn't matter what they say, as far side of circle, chipping at it there a little bit. Looks like that's DeGrave there for the Twisters. Meanwhile, Shaw on net. Ents makes a save on that one. And a lay there in front. Meanwhile, that's Guilford, and he gets stick back. Hi, he'll play that across. Shot blocked there by DeGrave. He goes down. Slow to get up. Stays in the play. Picked up now by Hepner. Hepner, he makes a guy miss, giving him some space. He plays that ahead for that, gets batted by Van Dynes. And played, there's a shot kicked out. Great opportunity there for the Twisters. He plays that ahead forward. And just on side of the Riels, another shot wide of the net. Hepner now, just off his stick. Davis plays that ahead forward. Reaching for it, that won't go. Again, Davis making the save there. And playing it in. Deep into the zone. Again, bouncing puck. Weeb's trying to come out with it, and yes, he works it ahead forward to Van Dynes. He plays that in. Riels pick it up. They send it ice wide, and that's going to be picked up by the Twisters. Well, they'll turn that right back over at the blue line. Vitaly will try and get that forward ahead enough as he'll put that ahead forward as Vitaly. Now going the other way, Gertson, his shot. Goaltender gets all of it. Rebound, shot high over the net. Vitaly now, he plays that on the cross. And Brzezinski comes in, shot on net and holds on for a whistle as he swells that up into his pads. Shots are 11-8 are your totals. So the Riels doubling up the Twisters on shots this period, 4-2, as they've come out hot. Twisters winning the draw, trying to work ahead to Penner, but the Riels will continue with the offensive zone here as they play that all the way along back to the blue line. There's a shot. They lay there in front. Twisters pick it up, and they're trying to go the other way, working their way past Crosslands and into the attack zone. Riels trying to stick it ahead forward. Vitaly now with the puck. And he runs into traffic. Van Dynes, he'll leave that to Penner. There's a chance, fired just wide. Van Dynes, he plays that into Carroll's. And that's going to get picked up by the Riels. And Jacob Carroll's will send it in for the Pembina Valley Twisters as we hit the 4-minute mark, gone in the middle frame. Trying to get to Clark. A little bit too much off his stick. Carroll's lays a little bit of a nice hit there. And going the other way, trying to go through traffic. There's a 14 for the Riels. And Stepaniak couldn't get any farther. Mayak gets cleared all the way down the ice. And out muscling his man there is the 12 for Pembina Valley. And Thomas getting his way down there. And pushing his man there to the boards, trying to give an opportunity here for Wood. And Wood will play that behind the net. And Clark, hard hit there as he pins his man against the boards. Riels come out though with the puck, and they'll flick that all the way, sending it down the ice. Icing nullified. Wood couldn't get a stick on it. Now he has to go all the way down into his own zone, play that all the way ahead forward, where there's going to be a first penalty of the game. There's going to be a trip to Pembina Valley, it looks like. It looks like it's going to come here to Wood. So Brock Wood is going to go to the box for 2 minutes for tripping. Time of that penalty is at 4:56. It's the first power play of the game for the Riels. Twisters penalty kill coming in here pretty hot. And the Riels trying to break that here. Off the draw, Riels controlling. Riels now with the puck as they work their way behind the net, trying to get in front, just out of the reach for the Twisters. And they're able to hold the zone. Play across to Davis. Davis gets it right back. And cross ice pass. That hits a stick. Here's Bergman going the other way for the Pembina Valley. And again, couldn't hold on to the puck. Comes back though. Great back check by him, and he's able to send that all the way down as Davis tried to stop it. Power play is 6th in the league for the Riels, coming in here at 18.8%. Meanwhile, Twisters, their penalty kills first in the league at 89.2%. Midway past the power play opportunity here. Riels one shot so far on it. And now working with it. Here come the Riels, trying to play that up to Dubois. And that'll get played all the way across to Brzezinski. And he gets taken down. That's going to be a penalty coming against the Pembina Valley Twisters. We got 5-on-3 for 42 minutes. And some extra activity. Looks like a high stick. Looks like he got clipped underneath the cage. Looks like he might be bleeding. It might be, like I said, a 4 here. That's not a man the Twisters want to go to the box. It's just a 2, though, for Weeb, as the leading scorer for Pembina Valley goes to the box. So we got a 5-on-3 for 42 seconds. And Brzezinski and Nathan Brzezinski and Connor Davis, like I said, both in 13 games. They're both averaging a point per game at 7 goals and 6 assists each. Twisters clear it down. Great penalty kill start for them, as Jacob Carroll's giving Brzezinski a little bit of a shove. Meanwhile, trying to set it up here against Pembina Valley, walking into it is the Riels. Riels, they got 20 seconds remaining here on the 5-on-3. Shot through traffic. Gets hit by the first man. Carroll's knocking, it's Penner knocking his guy down in front of the net, and they get it out of the zone. And they got regrouped. They're going to say that they made it onside, just barely. Some miscommunication there by the Riels. Meanwhile, Clark out of the box. Our first Twister out of the box. Clark comes in for him. There's a shot off the piece of the goalie equipment there, and then off from the blocker to the post. Meanwhile, Dubois giving chase. They got a minute left on the Weeb high stick. Hines trying to play that all the way across, and that won't go for them, though. And now they got to set it up. They're going to drop that back. Cross-ice pass. Keating shot, and the goaltender holds on for the save on that opportunity on the cross pass from Hines. And the ref there getting in between Penner and Cole Davis as they skate off. Davis loops back. He's going to stay on. 41 seconds. Twisters killed off the first penalty. Can they kill off the second one here on the 5-on-3? As now it's back, they said, to 5-on-4. Riels trying to set it up. They got Smith there in the slot. Some miscommunication there. He let that one go by. And that's played in. Now in the slot. Couldn't work with it. Smith plays that across. And a near side shot. That's hold on. Vitelli taking a little tap there. It ends after the play. Trying to get something going there. And nothing going on that shot from Kapelis. And Clark gets subbed out for the Twisters. Smith looking, he'll play that across, and he's going to try and get right back. It's stolen. Here's a chance for the Twisters. And again, good pressure there by Merrick DeGray, breaking that up. Hit a couple short-handed goals, and big play short-handed last year. And power plays expired. Thanks to him, Twisters penalty kill stays at 100% this game. And in first place in the league. Off the stick of Davis, now working ahead for his Kapelis. He'll turn that over. DeGrave had a tag up, so Twisters couldn't do anything with it. As we're at 11:24 and counting. As that gets cleared all the way down, icing nullified. Smith now looking with the puck. And that gets played in. All the way down, correction, it's higher, that's a 4. Twisters setting it up here as they come ahead forward in the defensive zone and now working their way ahead. Glove down play by Weeb. That gets into his skates. Trying to get it on a stick blade. He just had it there for a second. Van Dynes, he gets beaten up there as he goes trying to split through the two defense there for the Riels. Riels controlling the defensive zone. Now they're going to turn it over to Wood at the blue line. Wood, bouncing puck, loose in front. Twisters trying to get on it. They can't. Going the other way is Trot. And that pass poorly handled. DeGrave. He puts it the other way for the Twisters. Weeb's got to go. Slap shot. Save made on that one. And Weeb's going to let off as DeGrave comes back to work it out. Now Weeb with that steam that he saved, is able to play it in. Well, it looks like the Twisters, there they got knocked down coming around to the ice there. Some physical play stepping up in this one. Going the other way now, walking into Van Dynes. He plays that back, and that's offside. The pass at the blue line. Not going in the Twisters' favor. Meanwhile, they got some opportunities, and we'll take a look at them here. And there you can see it just outside the camera there. Was that opportunity there for the Twisters? And so I didn't quite get it there on the scoring opportunity. Penner, that shot, that's into the feet there. And here comes Grading going the other way. Firing ends. What a save by him. And now here come the Twisters trying to go the other way. Man hit the ice. And that's going to be a penalty to the Riels. Walking in, meanwhile, for the Twisters, going the other way. Ends comes to the bench. Centering, coming in. There come the Twisters hacking at it. And there's a little bit of a scrum there ensuing. Tyler Haiti came into it, but starting it there looked like it was Davis. Can't say it exactly, no. It was Keating that played in there. He came in to protect Morris. And Twisters go to the power play. Shots are 13-10 currently in favor of the Twisters. And a quick look here at that nice save by Enns on the opportunity. There's a shot by Penner into the pads of Graydon, and there's the save made. Off the draw, Twisters power play. Number 1 in the league, 30%. Working with it, coming up from behind the net, back to Bergman. Played across to Carrolls. Carrolls into the skates there of Hepner, and the Riels is going to send that all the way down and out. Riels, their penalty kill in this one, 9th. Well, the penalty kill coming into this one is 9th in the league, 75.0%. Van Dyne's walking in, and lay there for the Twisters, and a great opportunity, but that hit a stick. Bergman, he'll play that across. There's a shot through traffic, LA down there, and the Riels get that out as LA and the bodies in front. 107 on the power play opportunities. Russell walks in. He's had some hard hits in this one, seeing if he can get some points as well. Walking in, there's a shot. LA there in front, goaltender down. But Morris staying strong and keeping it out. And another look here at the power play opportunity for the Twisters. Morris save and just getting off the stick there of the 40, I can't see exactly, that would be the 44, the only number in the 40s. The Riels in Hira, saving an empty net opportunity, stoning Bergman cold on the power play for the Twisters. 46 seconds remaining as they work this one into the zone on that go-ahead pass, a little off the mark. So Gertzen improvising there, pushes that one in. Coming out of the scrum with it, gets back to Weeb. He'll play that across. He'll get right back in. He's going to step into that one instead. He's going to wait, hold, wrist shot fired wide of the net. Down 20 seconds. And if Trot can go, he'll have an opportunity. I know off a couple skates there of Russell, and Russell's not going to let that happen. And here comes Russell going the other way. To Gray, Sutherland, Gertzen with them. To Sutherland. Nothing going for him. Power plays expired. Both teams penalty kill. Operating perfect in this one. Meanwhile, the Riels, they push that one ahead forward. Hepner's there. Chips it, but not out. Riels walking in, firing. Just over the mark. And Clark. Here comes Clark. Turning on the Jets. He's got one man to beat. And that man gets taken down with Clark, and Clark's going to get a tripping penalty. It looked more like interference as the head coach of the Pembina Valley Twisters, Brian Beard, shaking his head just outside the reach there of the camera. And let's take a look here at that replay. And here comes Clark. He comes in with the puck. And that's, yeah, you could argue if that's a trip. The guy kind of just fell. It's more or less could have gone interference or let them play. As the refs have been letting them play now, the whistle coming out here in the second period after an opportunity that could have almost been a penalty shot opportunity for the Riels. Riels now working with it. That wasn't called. And then the whistle coming out for the refs. Brzezinski, he plays that across. Trying to get to Davis, firing, they score. And striking in this one first is the Riels. There's Davis. On the power play. So 1 for 3. Connor Davis with the goal, assist to Nate Hines. Off the draw. Riels play right back in. Ends playing that across. Now working with it. Here come the Riels trying to play that in front. Twisters able to get it out. And now working with it. Coming out with the puck is Crosslands firing. And Ends holds on for a whistle. I'll bring a stoppage in play at 6:03. And the goaltender holds on for a whistle, and that'll bring a stoppage in play. A forward shot just off the mark there. And Twister's trying to get it out. They can't. And again, working with it here. Back is Keaton, his shot off a couple sticks just wide. Twister's now getting it, trying to get it out of the zone, holding the zone there. Is Ferg, good play by him. Ferg now playing it across. As Davis, he leaves that on to Hines. And the referee is going to call them on the line for offside. Off the draw. Working with it, nothing going there. And tied up there into some skates. And that's off the Twister stick and into their own zone. Riels now with the momentum of that power play goal, putting the pressure on as we're under 5 to go in this frame. Riels, Stepiak now with the puck. He'll turn that over. Orchard plays it right back in. Riels working with it. And as they cross over into the zone, turning back. There's a shot through traffic. That's just wide of the net. And it's going to be Russell there, first one to get it there, working his way out of traffic and getting it to Orchard. Brzezinski holds the line though. And Ends is just going to freeze that. And hopefully the Twisters can get their legs back underneath them and pick up the momentum here in this one. Working with it now. Back to Ira. There's a shot that gets blocked. Davis, the goal scorer in this one. Play it back to Ira. And across. Firing, deflected just wide of ends. Working with it in tight. Another opportunity there. Twisters defense shutting that down. It's Weeb. Now playing it across. Ira deflected in front, just over the net. Ends. And now back to the point and across to Ira. He'll play that across. That's off the stick. And the captain, Davis, taking control of it. Now turning it over to Van Dynes, and Twisters caught themselves flat-footed. And that gets played all the way down on the net there. And with some pressure in front of Vance, he'll hold on for a whistle. And as we talk about the leading goal scorers in the Riels, as Connor Davis up to 14 points, averaging a point a game with his goal. It's 8th of the year. And Dylan Bancanet gets the assist on that goal. Add that along with Nate Hines. There's a shot from the point. Working through traffic, ends down out of the play. Couldn't get a shot away. Now they do. That hit the post. Possibly ends got part of it. And here comes Pulek going the other way for Pembina Valley. He runs into trouble. Vitali bouncing off a hit. Hapner now turning that one over. And playing that right now back down there. Passing back and forth, trying to set something up with it. And it's going to be an icing. Charged against the Riels as this fired down like a pinball machinist. Twisters definitely seem out of gas again here as the Riels carrying play after the momentum from that goal. Big momentum swing. They're actually now leading in the shots, 15-14. Riels playing that ahead forward, controlled by Pembina Valley. And they deflect that in. Here comes Davis. Walking in, firing, and save. Rebound LA there. Twisters now here trying to go the other way. And it's going to be a penalty coming up. Twisters, they got power play opportunity here. And they'll end there with that hit by Hines on Van Dynes, who is not looking too good. Oh, kicks it off. So he got just a boot there. And it's not only the blade, but the whole bottom of his skate came off. He's got just the boot on. As you can see that here, possibly from this camera angle when he comes by there. As he leaves, no, you cannot. But yeah, he is just the boot. There's his blade. This whole blade and the inside it's in has to get that screwed back in. He'll be back on the ice for the third period of minute 22. Meanwhile, the penalty, quickly show you the replay of that one. And cut back to the live action. So didn't exactly see the call. There's a shot they score. It's the Twisters tying this one right back up. And it's going to be Weeb on the assist. And he gave it to DeGrave. DeGrave getting it done. Both teams with a power play goal. Twisters power play now up to 50%. And let's take a quick look here. Here's opportunity played across there. And there's a shot through traffic. Morris could not see it. Twisters. They're in this one again. And hopefully got the momentum of that power play goal. So the penalty was holding, by the way, to get caught up. Meanwhile, Twisters skating out is Clark from behind his own net. As the pressure was on, they put their head forward. Here they come. Palat walks in. Save made. Great opportunity for him. He'll play it back to Penner at the point. Penner, he fans on that one. Chasing back is Clark. Another opportunity going there. Here comes Truck going the other way. Looking. And that shot not going for him. So you can add Kalen Russell to the points. He's got assist on that goal. 1914 and sounds like they're saying where you're going as the refs had to come there and talk, sort something out with the timekeeper there. The clock ran down a little bit. They put an extra about 6 seconds on it. It's 24 something now. It's 31.7 off the draw, controlled by the Riels. Now working with it, Twisters getting it out of their zone. One last rush made for Gertson. He can't hold on to that. And Davis walking in, firing at the hole, almost by the net. Correction there. Put that time back on. There's more time than I thought. 10 seconds on the clock now here. And that's going to do it. There's the horn. Shots 17-16 in favor of the Riels. So that brings our shot totals up in here. 13 shots in the period for the Riels. I mean, they had 3 power plays going. Meanwhile, only 7 shots for the Twisters. And then we'll take a quick go over your scoring summary in this one. So far, both teams getting it done on the power play. As Clark waits there for Penner to skate off the ice. Riel striking first. Connor Davis, his 8th of the year. Nate Hines and Dylan Bunkyard getting the assist on that one. Meanwhile, the Twisters, they battled right back after that goal at 13:26. The Twisters getting one here late on the power play at 18:59. And that was Merrick DeGrave on the power play, his 9th of the year, from Derek Weeb and Kalen Russell. And that brings us to the end of 40. We'll see you all for the final 20 minutes in this one. And it's been a close affair. And before we let you go, we'll go over one last check at the out-of-town scoreboard tonight, as there's 3 other games in action. And with 5 minutes left in the third period, the Hawks came back to knot it up against the Raiders Junior Hockey Club in Seven Oaks. They're tied at 4-4. Meanwhile, in Fort Garry, they are 5 minutes into the third in that one. The Twins recently scored, so the Knights have lost their 1-goal lead, and they now find themselves down by a score of 2-1. And 5 minutes into the third in St. James expanding their lead by a lead now to 3 by a score of 6-3. And we'll see you guys here in a couple minutes for the third period, and maybe more in this one, as these two teams battling it out very close to their first meeting in St. Bonafice, where that was a 2-1 Riels win, and that one went all the way into shootout. And we'll see you after the break. And welcome back here, and here come the Twisters, ready to go. In this one, it's been a good meeting so far for these two clubs. Knotted up at one, just like their last time they faced off. And there's some shot corrections here in this one. And we'll get with those in just a minute here, as sometimes those buttons down there tend to stick. So we will give you those in a minute. Total shots in the last period were 9 for the Twisters. So instead of 16, they have a total of 18. Meanwhile, St. Bonafice add their shots, add 4 to theirs. They're up to 21 shots in the game. And yeah, so that's been a big improvement compared to only 4 shots starting this off. So that means they had 17 shots last period, all over ends, beating him once. Riels out there on the ice. You can see the Twisters are bunched up in the hallway. They're ready to come out here and play. And here they go. And then you can see Clark and his team heading out. And there's DeGrave. And it looks like it'll be Merrick DeGrave in his line out there with Weeb. Seeing who the other Twister is, they only got 4 on the ice. And there Van Dyne skates in. And in to take the draw. Brzezinski comes in. And Van Dyne's and Brzezinski. Brzezinski wins the draw, but Weeb's able to get into his skates and corral it. Meanwhile, that's cleared right in by St. Bonafice. It's been a good battle so far, and Zenitz holds on for a whistle early on in this one. And your goal scorer so far, Connor Davis for the Riels, and tying it up is Merrick DeGrave for Pembina Valley Twisters. That's batted down, and it's going to be a glove pass as Ferg plays it. As Kid batted that one down at center ice. Puck dropped and Twisters control. They send it into the attack zone. And Morris, he'll stick that behind him. And Jacob Carroll, he'll send that right back in. Working with it now. And into the slot was that pass from DeGrave. Van Dynes couldn't have a chance to play it there, and that's going to be an icing going the other way, and some arguing there by the Riels bench. But and see if anything else is going to come with that. Meanwhile, as the draw coming in here to the Riels zone, there you can see all the poppies set up by Morris School. And there was a Veterans Day ceremony we had this morning here before puck drop tonight. Walking in over the zone, into the zone, here come the Riels going the other way. And they bring that around. A minute here into the third. Final frame, it's turned over right in front. A dangerous opportunity there, but the Riels couldn't capitalize. And now they are going to take it all the way out of the attack zone as they skate over the high school logo and try and reset as they play it in from center ice. There's a shot on net, but it doesn't get there. Off a couple skates, and Twisters clearing it down the other way. Great play there by Gertzen, out racing the icing, now working with it through traffic is Orchard, but he can't hold on to it. It's the Riels with the puck on their stick. Going the other way here is Smith. He finds himself all alone. Fires that one badly wide of the net. Walking in, here come the Riels right in front, and stone and cold. Twisters now. They play that ahead forward. Smith's going to hold on at the line. He's going to wait, play that into the slot. Firing ends, holding on for a whistle on another point-blank opportunity for the Riels. And we'll take a look here at their best opportunity that they've had out of that. And right here they come in firing there. Enns makes the save. Exactly 2 minutes gone here. And the Riels coach having a little bit of a talk there with the referee while we were looking at the replay, just finishing up now. Getting some clarity looking at some stuff here. Meanwhile, Hines, he gets out stick from the puck, and it's on the stick of the Twisters trying to get it out of the zone, and they do. And Paulette, he chips that ahead forward and trying to get past the defender as the Riels controlling here in the defensive zone, pressured by Pembina Valley as they work their way out. And stretch pass doesn't go to Hines, Enns freezes, and that will bring a whistle at 17:31. Shots this period are just 2 for the Riels as they grow that gap. Both players glide into the draw. Twisters, they come out with the puck on the win. And again, clearing that over their heads, trying to get play down as the Riels player taking a little bit of a shot there at Clark. And now played around, and that's picked up by Domenico, and he'll play that ahead forward. Trot with the puck, looking around, and a beautiful pass there, and Enns flashes the leather in return on that shot. And the opportunity there, nothing happening for Carson Dubois. And we'll take a quick look here at the opportunity. Walking in, tagging up there at the line. And there's a nice little pass there to Dubois. Nice save by Enns. Ferg, again, holding the zone now here for the Riels, playing that across. And working with it here, Riels. Play it back to Ferg. Hits a stick there for Riels, bouncing into the zone. Just wide of the net, it's going to be an icing. That's going to bring us all the way back down to the other end of the ice. See if the Twisters here at this offensive faceoff. See if they can get something going. Haven't got a shot on net yet this period. Off the draw. Trying to work it back. Now Van Dynes works it in front and behind. As DeGrave, pinned by Ferg, plays that ahead forward. And now working with it there, trying to get that out. It's the Riels. Russell holding the zone. And it looks like that's Davis there coming out in here. He comes head forward. He's got some speed, firing, rebound, stays there in front. And nothing more. Davis, he bats that down with the high stick, plays it anyway, as he didn't want the Twisters to have offensive opportunity going back against towards Morris. As Morris has had both boys having themselves a pretty good game, just allowing the lone power play goal each. Meanwhile, Brzezinski comes into this draw, and that one's going to be won and controlled by Bergman and his Twisters. Now Miff's playing it. There's Hepner, but he's able to make it up, trying to get it to Ryan Orchard, and he'll get it right back. Trying coming down that puck there, spinning on its edge. And the Twisters will get it. Some Riels there whacking at it. And now the Riels with the puck. Brzezinski, he's going to turn that over. And he plays that in. Now to Gertzen. Smith gloves that down. Pressure by Bergman. Played in behind Enns. Pinned by Penner, and they're going to pull that all the way out. Crossland, his shot, doesn't get through. And the Twisters now waiting to get that on their stick, and here comes Penner. He walks in. And that's deflected. Out of play off Brzezinski's stick. It's going to come and stay in the zone. So that's the first 4 minutes and 55 seconds gone there. And it's been showing how this game's been. It's been pretty even. And even though the Twisters have been leading in the shots, and now Riels Riels have carried, whoever hasn't been leading in shots, have been carrying the gameplay, oddly enough. Meanwhile, Carroll's, that shot hits Paulette in front, doesn't get through. St. Boniface getting it out of the zone. Meanwhile, Russell looking as he steps in, firing that one in instead, and the Twisters will have to give chase. Clark works it behind the net. He was in the box for the Riels goal. And the Riels now working ahead, step back, and he'll deflect that all the way down. It will be an icing indeed charged against him. And they'll come down and they'll regroup and get ready for this to the right of Morse again. As DeGrave winning it this time against Brzezinski. As Brzezinski losing his last two draws there. Guilford, he'll play that across. There's a shot through traffic. Goaltender gets all of it. Guilford waiting, toe drag, firing. Goaltender again, just getting enough to steer it wide and behind the net. Meanwhile, they got three here for the Riels. Weeb's got to go to come back, peeling off for the line change. And there's an injured Twister. Twister went hard, at least down the play. Correction, he got up after taking a slide. Bergman trying to go the other way. Correction, there's Weeb. And now Van Duyn's hitting the ice. Step back just out of the reach for him. And it's going to get gloved to him. And no, they're just going to play on instead. Say that he was not the recipient of it. It hit his stick first. And that pass to him doesn't go either, but they say he got it. That time they say he touched it first, and that's going to negate the icing. Twisters trying to go the other way, working through traffic. And Capitalist, Twisters, they want the play offside. It doesn't matter as Van Duyn steps over. And now into the tack zone for Van Duyn's. Played ahead back to him from Carroll's. Carroll's, he turns that over. And here comes a breakaway, and it's out of the reach. And Enns is going to jump on it. Stepniak doesn't have a chance. And let's look at the replay here. See what we got for us. Oh, there's a hard hit. He got dropped, that Twisters player. See who it was. Can't see the number of the guy laying out the body, but that was a nice hit. So it's payback for Russell's hit. Didn't show you guys the replay of that. Instead, as Clark had a great opportunity on that play, but both teams there showing that they can hit and throw the body out there. Smith giving chase, now picked up by Ferg and played ahead to Smith. And Stepniak, he gets taken out there with Orchard. And going the other way, Enns makes the save. They got Orchard waiting all the way there after the hit. He's got to go, but it's going to be icing, and we'll take a look. It's more of a collision there than a hit. As here comes Orchard coming in. Took those two down. Then went crashing down to the ice before the camera swept away, and brings us back to the other end of the sheet where they get ready to for the draw. On the draw, here's a chance for the Riels as they got possession. And now a scrum for the puck. Twisters come out behind the net with it. And glove down. Controlled here by the Twisters as they step in to the attack zone, working through traffic. Trying to set something up. And Hepner, he'll pick it up. Hepner playing it to Bergen. And Paulette, he sends that in behind the net. Thomas, he'll pick it up. It's out of the reach for Morris. So he had to be careful trying to get it at it. Just kept on going. Russell, his shot. Wide of the net, played in. And on the delayed offside, Twisters trying to go the other way. But that gets turned over. And now Russell, he'll continue. Control as he gets spilled and gets tangled up with his man there. No interference call, that play on. And Smith plays it back. Shot through traffic, Enns holds on for a whistle. Has opportunity there for the Riels. It's Carson Dubois right in front of ends looking for the tip. And it's 11:08 mark here in the third period. Shots this period. Twisters only 1. And meanwhile, 8 for the Riels. Off the draw, quick shot. And that gets blocked there by DeGrave. Another big block by him. He had a big block on the power play and a breakup on one of the power plays that sent an odd man rush the other, or a shorthand rush going the other way. Meanwhile, the Riels trying to set something up here in the attack zone as they work it back to the point. Gets played in behind the net. Looping around for the puck is Brzezinski. Trying to get up there. He's 1 point behind Davis for the leading points here for the Riels. And Ents holds on for a whistle at 10:34. As again, as the time slowly ticks away, it's looking like another 2-1 hockey game in between the Pembina Valley Twisters and the St. Bonafice Riels. Twisters trying to get some momentum going. As I said earlier on here, they've only had 1 shot here in this period and haven't done much to get anything past Morse or even challenge Morse. Bouncing puck there, and Clark Hill flicked that ahead forward. And off a Riel player, and Poulet chipping it in. Picked up right away by the Riels. Brzezinski, he'll play that right back. Ferg with the puck. Coming on the near side, dodging a hit from Poulet, and he'll lose the puck on that one. Twisters will send it down. It's going to be another icing. And Lensman's hand goes up, and there's a whistle. It'll be an icing charge against Pembina Valley at 10:02, bringing us into the final 10 minutes. And they want the right zone here, and Hines is going to win his argument with the linesman, as he really wanted it there to the left of ends, which is where it's going to be. So Twisters are able to get it out right away into the skates of Smith. Smith, he'll play the head forward and get it right back from Hines. And Smith, and he'll leave that on the near side there. Hyra, he dodges off a hit. A couple men hit the ice there, and they continue to play on as the refs back putting away the whistle after having it out in the second period. Twisters in their own zone off the glass, behind the linesman, trying to get to Weeb. That comes all the way down. Smith controlling deep inside his own zone. He'll play that across. And the Riels nicely playing it into the zone while ends. Well, he'll push it to Weeb. And Weeb, he'll put that here to the center. Walking in is Van Dynes. He's got Bergman with him. He's got Weeb now picking up the puck as Weeb getting pinned and pushed into the Riels bench. Clearing that down, Russell picks it up. And he'll get that played right back to him from his pairing. Deflected off the stick, in on net from Van Dynes. And again, bring a whistle. Not doing much there, but giving more some action. And Twisters changing up. They got Sutherland line coming out here. And Xander Carroll's with them. As well, off the draw, Russell shot through traffic, doesn't go. Picked up by Sutherland. Again, he can't get it through. And holding the zone, though, is Russell. He's got Van Dynes with him. He's the other forward on that line. Dubois went down. He takes down Carroll's with them. Meanwhile, Enns makes a save, and Dubois wanted a call on Carroll's for interference. He's not going to get one. As they continue to play good hard hockey here into the 8:30 minute mark. And again, Twisters not really carrying the pace of play or getting shots on net here in this third period. Riels working with it now here in the attack zone as they move it around, as they continue to control it here. Twisters come out, It's Bergman out of the scrum with the puck in his own zone. Skating over the blue line here. And he gets taken down, and that's going to be a trip. And that's going to get charged against Nathan Brzezinski, who's second in points for the Riels. And he's not going to be happy. It didn't look much here. Let's see if we can see it happen down low here. And it looked like maybe he did put the stick out there. It's hard to say from that angle if he moved his stick much or if the Twisters player just stepped on it. But another of the last Twisters third power play opportunity of the night. They're 1 for 2 with their 30% power play, being number 1 in the league. Through traffic, shot doesn't get through. Penalty kill for the Riels, 75%. That's good for 9th in the league. Russell playing it in. There's a chance just wide of the net by Gertson, and that gets cleared all the way down. A minute 30 on the power play opportunity. And Twisters are going to turn that over almost as pressuring hard. There is Vitelli there, breaking that up, working the other way. DeGrave on the power play, shot off some sticks. Now behind the net, controlled by Gertson. He'll work it to Russell at the point and across Weave, corralling that and waiting for a good shot. Making a little head fake there before passing on to Pouet. Now working with the Twisters behind the attack zone net. Morris set. Charges at that one there. On that challenge from Weeb. Now Russell, he'll get that all the way across. 40 seconds on the power play. Russell shot through traffic, and that's off the shin pads and out. Weeb, he'll play that off. That hits the stick of Graydon, and it's a rolling puck. And that's off the stick of Gertson all the way behind ends. 23 seconds and counting on the clock on the Twisters power play opportunity. Continuing to work it ahead forward is Hepner. Hepner, he gets past Smith. Looks back, tries to play it back, and that's going to be lightly played and cleared all the way down the ice by Carson Dubois. There's a shot. Trying to get something going short-handed here as the power play expires for St. Boniface. Applying the pressure. Smith walks offside there, and Sutherland gives him a hard hit after. Little bit late, and Dubois is going to come and talk to Van Dynes about it. This correction, that might have been the 26th with Van Dynes on the hit. Hines and Clark get ready to duel here on the draw. And Clark wins it. Twisters control. And off the stick of Davis and into the zone. 5:40 on the clock. And there's a turnover, and here's an opportunity for the Twisters. Pouet, he plays that in, and Morris is going to just go and cover that up as Clark came in to pressure him. 5:29 on the clock. Shots 21 for the Pembina Valley Twisters. 31 are your totals. Riels leading in the shot category. Riels winning off the draw. Working ahead forward. Clark's going to beat his man there. He's going to leave it though for Penner. And Penner trying to hold on. Now it's a 2-on-2 going the other way. Penner's going to get back and be able to break that up. Penner with the puck behind his net. Plays that ahead forward. Riels pick it up though. Now stretch pass, that doesn't go. And Smith deflected, they score top shelf, and they're not going to be happy about that. That's a beautiful goal though on a lucky deflection off the stick there of the 22 of Cole Davis, getting his first points, and the assist going to Matt Smith. Now we'll take a quick look at that replay, and not much on that Smith shot other than just getting it to the net. And that deflection there, crazy deflection there off the top there. of the stick of Davis. And that leads it to a 2-1. Riels restoring their lead. Twisters trying to get right back into it. It's Hepner walking in, shot just wide of the net. Again, continuing, trying to set something up here. Walking in, Vitali. He's pressured by Guilford. And firing again, ends flashing the leather. And there's the opportunity there. As there's the shot and the flash of the leather by ends. Staying strong. Off the draw. Holding it at the point, St. Bonafice. They play it behind the net. Carrolls knocks his man off the puck. And that'll get picked up by Russell in return. Working the other way. Here comes Russell. He's going to come all the way in. He's going to take a shot. It'll lay there for a second. Morris is going to jump on that and hold on for a whistle at 4:07. Shots 32-22 in favor of the Riels. And off the draw, back to Russell. There's a shot through traffic. Doesn't get through. Working with it, there's another shot. That's a save. Have a correction to make here. Working ahead with it as that gets played out. And Russell breaks up that opportunity. Weeb plays it ahead forward. And again, deflected by Weeb in, and Morris plays that ahead and worked ahead forward now here. And skating out there is Guilford. He'll play that ahead. To DeGrave. DeGrave walking in, looking, firing, shot just wide. And Hepner, he'll play that up. Hines walking in. Nothing going for him as we hit the 3-minute mark in this one. Riels can't hold the zone. Now they'll play it in on the delayed offside. Twisters trying to set something up here. It's played by a high stick. Now Twisters controlling here. Walking in is Van Dynes. Play that ahead forward. Dangerously in front. Great opportunity there for the Twisters. They're going to probably opt to take their timeout here at the next whistle. Set something up as Riels trying to go the other way. As Carroll's walking in now. As the ticker down to 2:16. Gets cleared all the way down. Icing nullified. Ends plays that to Russell. To Carrolls. Twisters need something going. They got 2 minutes on the clock. To Russell. Russell playing it ahead. He plays that in. And deflected just wide. Ends looking to go. Play it again in front. Twisters controlling. And still going halfway. About the ring net line. And that comes all the way down. And it's not going to make it for icing. It is. And let's see what they're going to do here. It never crossed the goal line, though. But nevertheless, the Riels get a bad break and can't get a change in. So mid-26, and quick correction here on for goaltenders. It's listed as Alex Domenico as the starter for the Riels, and just listed as Jesse Morris only came in here for the third period. At least that's what the scoring says. So fix that on the stat lines. That's going to be an icing there as Riels just clear it down. And now the Twisters will call their timeout. So there's a minute 18 on the clock. You're down by 1 to a team you lost by right 2-1. A team early on that you outshot even though you got outplayed. And now you've kind of, dropped off a little bit here. You got some momentum with a goal to tie this game back up. And then you get a bad bounce that goes your way. And Braden Bernard's there, the Twisters head coach, just trying to rally his troops here to set something up, to get the momentum going. And yeah, it should be on this Veterans Day, Memorial Day service here. And game here. A good crowd came out for the pregame service and for the game, and they got treated with the good one. It's 2-1. And these final 68 seconds, these final 78 seconds will determine if they have more to watch. Off the draw. Firing, there's a shot deflected just wide. Working with it. Back to Russell. And that gets deflected, and that's a play, and that'll bring a stoppage at 1:04. And DeGray's line out there, again, empty net. And they also got Weeb out there. 123 people coming out to watch tonight's game is the total on the trackers. And they got a good hockey game they're watching, and ref didn't drop the puck. They're going to redo this. Now the linesman's dropped the puck. And quick shot there by Bergman. Is he at the ice? The goaltender holds on for a whistle. You can see the offensive coaches out there for the Twisters yelling at them, setting something up. They want them to push, get in front of the net now. Just under a minute on the clock, 59.3 seconds on the draw. Tangle up in front. Sutherland back to Russell. Russell across to Weeb. Back to Russell. Now looking for it. Sutherland. He plays that into Weeb. Weeb, great backhand play to get out of traffic. Hebner, shot just wide of the net there from Sutherland. Weeb to Hebner. Back to Weeb. Shot through traffic, wide of the net. Rebound. Twisters bang it out as sitting on top of the net. Trying to get a shot in front. Twisters now play across to Weeb. Weeb, a shot through traffic, doesn't get through. Working with it. Now it's the Twisters behind the net. Van Dynes into the skates of Sutherland, whacking at it. Twisters come out with it. Russell, he'll quickly fire. That hits the Twister. Goes right to down to 10 seconds on the clock. Shot wide. There's a shot by Russell, deflected just wide and cleared down. Weeb holding the zone. He's got fire, and he gets taken down. There's the horn, and this one is over, folks. It's another 2-1 final in favor of St. Bonafice. Final shots 32-26. And with that, that will bring us to today's 3 stars in a bit here after the Twisters walk off this one with a tough loss to the Riels as they're celebrating a great showing for the Riels in this one. And we're starting this off with your 3rd star in this one. Your 3rd star for the Pembina Valley Twisters in net with 30 saves is number 30, Logan Ends. And a decent game. Left off that one power play goal in and had a bad luck on that deflection. But other than that, he kept his Twisters team in it as they got outplayed by the Riels in this one. And then meanwhile, for your Riels, another player who's been out there, who was great, who was all around the ice creating opportunities, found himself with a goal, is number 96, Connor Davis, as he ends it with 1 point and 1 goal. And your number 1 player of tonight's game, again, skating all over the ice, creating great opportunities defensively, shutting the Twisters down, and just getting in front of the net, making a good deflection to end this one by making his way to the front of the net to get rewarded. And with the game-winning goal, your first star of tonight's game, number 22, Cole Davis. And that's all for tonight's game. No multi-point game for anyone in this one. And that'll bring us here to the end. I'm your host, Bentley Brandt, along with my cameraman, Josh Keck. It's the Riels working their way to 9-4. And again, just reinsuring how well they are in the standings, up at the top of those standings there, as they bring their way closer to the Hawks, as they're tied both with 18 points, trying to work their way ahead forward. Meanwhile, the Twisters, they'll fall to 5-5-2, and they'll stay stuck where they are at 6th place. And we'll see you all for the next game. Signing off, I'm Bentley Brandt.